Hey, what's going on, guys? We have a PSA returns video. Now, this is kind of a smaller submission, but you're definitely not going to want to miss the cards in here. These are some heavy hitters, some things you don't really see too often, especially with newer collectors. But we have just a wide range of stuff here. So we're going to go ahead and crack this box open. This is through Ludkins. Now, this was a 5-day service. So meaning like when PSA typically gets the cards, it should take 5 days. However, you know how things have been. So this actually took a little over a month. If you send this service directly with PSA, it probably will take a month or a little under. But through Ludkins, having to ship the cards to Ludkins and having them go through them and send them back, it takes a little over a month. So about a month and a week is what you would expect. Now, these I think were actually sent off in November, towards the end of November. And here we go. We got a nice little stack, all bubble wrapped beautifully. And yeah, that's all you need. So let me go ahead and get these out of here. Get a little space here moved, and we will go through these kind of one by one. Now, like I said, it's kind of a small stack. I think we got about 10 cards here. But let me try to undo this without showing you the actual grades. We're going to go through one by one. I think the good stuff is in the front. And yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Now moving on to the first card here, we're going to take a nice slow look because this is a smaller return. So we will take a nice look and try to guess these grades. This one is pretty clean. I think these two cards here are actually some newer ones. And there is actually a little spot on the case there, but let's go ahead and cover up the grade. We have a reverse foil Evolutions Charizard. And these guys obviously have been very popular here lately, but we got a 9, missed a 10. Now I think these are very hard to grade, especially with centering with Evolutions. The normal holo is also hard to grade, but I think we gave this one a shot because it was one of the better ones that we had, and might as well just try. And it might be a little off center, but I don't know. I'll take a closer look at this one off camera. Really stinks that the case had that mark on it though. But overall, very cool card. You cannot go wrong with the Charizards. And that brings us to our second card here. The second card looks pretty similar. It is an English card. You see we have some Japanese coming up, but this is another one that is a pretty strong contender, like a solid 9, I think we were thinking. I have to get lucky for the 10, but we have a Charizard, and I think, yeah, I remember this one. This one is off center, so this one is probably a 9 if I had to say. But just look at that holo, guys. It is nice and poppy. We got a 9. So yeah, these are extremely hard to grade, guys. Almost all of these are really off center. I would have been surprised at an 8 because this one does look good, but you can see this is kind of slid to the left as far as centering goes, maybe up a little bit also. This card in a 10 really fetches the pretty penny because of this. So if you got a absolute mint condition one, be sure to really check and consider grading that if you are kind of experienced in grading, especially because you don't want to just send in any normal. And we do have a nick here, okay? I don't know if I caught that when we were sending that in, but do you see that little mark there? So definitely 9 worthy just for that. But yeah, I'll have to take a look at some of my pictures beforehand to see if that was actually on the card before we sent it in. Now we have a Japanese card. These are really nice cards that I'm about to show you. We got the Masaki promo Omni Star. Now this one does have the Masaki mark. I did do a little video on those kind of explaining the Masaki mark and what that means. So this one's probably a middle of the line grade, maybe 6. We got a 5. So not too bad with the Masaki mark. You'll just have to watch that other video, guys. I really show in detail the Masaki promos. There is a little nick on the back where these cards were actually shipped and tabbed. You should be able to see it on the back here. Yep, on the top right. It was positioned on the top left and the bottom right of the front of the card, so it's reversed on the back. So you should see something. You can see a little bit there on the bottom left, but yeah, that top right on the back, that's really what knocked that down. And they do count that as an indention. So unfortunately, that's just how the game goes. Now these are some more Masaki cards. I actually have a whole set, so I will spoil that for you. Ooh, we got a Machamp. Now this one in particular, I remember being very good. There was actually two that I remember not really having the mark. And yeah, we got the 9. Awesome card here, guys. I love this artwork. This is probably my favorite one. It's just so cool seeing Doduo and the Pikachu ears and Hitmonchan and Voltorb. Watching Machamp and the show. Just look at that holo. Just love these cards. Love the artwork. All these will be for sale, though. The Charizards were actually a friend's that he wanted to send in. But the Masaki promos are all for sale. So please shoot me a message, preferably on Instagram at NPPokemon. And this one actually does have a little marking, potentially. But maybe not so much as far as, obvious as much as that Omni Star was. But we got an EX, as you can see. But that's why I'm kind of looking here, because that means we got a middle of the line grade. Maybe I missed something, but we got the 6. So that's understandable for these Masaki promos. And yeah, if you're really looking for these in a high grade, guys, you're going to have to pay up. That's just how it is with these Masaki promos. Just the simple fact of how they were shipped and those indentions. I mean, it's really rough, but they are beautiful cards, and no one's going to blame you for a middle of the line grade on the Masaki promos. That's just how those guys go. It's kind of unavoidable. That's just how it is. Now this one, you might be able to see a little something, but I don't know. This one's pretty clean. I think I remember Gengar being pretty nice. As far as I could tell, I don't see any EX on the label. But we're going to see kind of what the grade is. Let's see. Let's take a close look. This is a nice swirl. This is one of the favorites of the Masaki set, and we got a mint 9. Okay. So let's take a closer look. I don't know if I maybe missed something, but I do remember this one being very nice, but definitely really cool with the swirl there. I love this card. I love the background and just the Gengar forward looking. But yeah, beautiful card. This might be my second favorite. I do like the Machamp. Machamp isn't really loved by many, but I love the Machamp more than anything. Let's take a look at the back here. Not really seeing any marks, so this might be a pretty legitimate 9. Yeah, not really seeing it there, so I don't know. I remember this one being good. I just didn't really think it was 9 worthy for some reason. I'll have to take a look back at my notes, but hey, that's an awesome grade. Now, this card, you can actually see the indentation from the stack. Let's take a look at the bottom left, though. Not really too much there, maybe a little bit, but yeah, the top right is pretty darn obvious. So that is the famous Masaki mark if I've ever seen one. So this one's probably in the 4 or 5 range. And yeah, looks like we got a little EX there, but let's take a look before we officially reveal it. Nothing really showing up on the front. This one might be a little off center, and yeah, we got a 5. I don't know if they just mark it down to a 4 with the indentation or not, but marking it down to a 5 might seem harsh to most people, especially because the surfaces and quality of these cards are usually very nice. But yeah, just comes down to that little indentation. Now what do we got, guys? We got another old Japanese card, Pocket Monster card game. This one does have a few marks on it. Can't quite remember where, but yeah, we got a Not Awake Pikachu, or Not Awaki Volume 6 Pikachu. I just love this, and we have a pretty severe dent or indentation down there. So this guy, just like the Masaki promos, maybe in the 5 range. However, that one looks a little worse, and it shows in the grade. We got a 4. But this card is just so cool to grade. I love this card. I love this more than the other Pikachu, the other birthday Pikachu. And yeah, either way, I just love this card. Do have an indentation there and one on the right side, but hey, can't go wrong with the Not Awake birthday Pikachu. Love that card. We got, I believe, 3 more. And these are going to be the big ones, guys. We got 2 new cards and 1 old card. So, yeah, this is going to be the big dogs. Now, these guys, I'm going to tell you right now, bam, these are all strong 9 contenders. These might be a 10, and you may have saw that G, but we got the 10. I love this card. I love the Munich Scream promos. They are just so cool, so unique. I will probably sell this Pikachu. These guys are just so unique. We really had a nice run of Japanese promos around the 20th anniversary, all the way up through 2018, I feel like. These cards, of course, came out in 2018. Pokemon kind of slowed down, though, since then, until, obviously, the giant hype. So I'm really hoping that we can get into some of these big, crazy promos once again. Now, this one, you might know what it is based on the last card. That is your hint. The back is pretty much flawless from what I remember. We are going for the Masaki Killer. This is the Munich Scream promo. I can't remember what I was going to say, but I was like, the Masaki? No, this is the Masaki Killer is what I meant to say. We have a Scream promo Mimikyu and the PSA 10. Holy cow, guys. Now, this is the grail of the Scream promo cards. Now, this one was actually available at the exhibit inside the shop, but most people just got the Pikachu for going to the exhibit. The Mimikyu, however, was in the shop, and you had to pay more money within the exhibit to actually get it. So this one is actually considered the most sought after or the most rare. Pikachu might be the most iconic, but I actually like this one way more. I like Mimikyu, the Pokemon. He's one of my favorite Pokemon. And you can actually see Pikachu and some people boating in the background. Just so much character to that card. And that brings us down to the very last card. Now, what could this be? We already had the top 2 Scream promos. This is an older back Japanese card. Let's go ahead and scan through it real quick. This one, I have to admit, I did see the grade on because there was an upcharge. And upcharges are always a good thing. That means your card's graded exceptionally well. So did this get the 9 or did it get the 10, guys? Take a look for yourself. It is a Grand Party promo, double black star, and we got a 10. Awesome card, guys. This is considered a trophy card in itself. This card is not as rare as some of the other trophies. However, it is in that classification. We got some markings on the card, which is only shown for the rarest of the rare cards. But just look at that. Grand Party 1999-2000. The Bird Trio. Such an iconic card. It's a double black star rarity. And yeah, this card is just where it's at, guys. I'm going to do a video totally separate on the Grand Party Pokemon card and the Scream promos. So if you're interested in that, guys, please let me know. And yeah, most of these cards on the right here are pretty much going to be for sale. Pikachu also most likely, but bam, there we have it. We got some nice 10s. Let me know your favorite in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.